Hi guys, welcome to the channel. A lot of you have asked me about to making this video in English because you don't speak Spanish, and so here I am. I'm making this to you. I hope you can understand me very well. And let's start. This is only compatible with AMD Ryzen processors, as you can see, and AMD graphics card. If you have any other system, it won't work. Just write me, I will help you further, okay? So you will need these three files. I will let them in the description of the video. And the first we need to do is install Python. Just click here and make sure you install it. I have an error because I already have it installed. Okay, so once that's done, we are gonna go and grab the files I gave you. Now we're gonna open Give MacOS. Here I already give you as well the image from MacOS Catalina that we're gonna use. So this is already here. You don't have to download it, so it's really easy for you now. And then we're gonna go to make install, right click, open as administrator. Then we accept and then we go. And once we are in this, we choose generic flash USB. This is in my case, my USB. We need a USB for around 16 gigabytes, that's really important. And then we choose number 2, really important. And then we hit enter. Now we're gonna erase it and make a partition. So we click yes, enter. Okay, one is done. We need to grab the direction from the image from MacOS Catalina that I already downloaded for you. So we just need to copy and paste it here, and we are gonna look for it. You go to MacOS downloads, just inside give MacOS a folder, pull release, and here is it. Then you go up and then you go to copy path, and then you paste it here and press enter. And now what we're gonna do is make the USB bootable, so we can install from a USB or MacOS Catalina. Okay, so we're gonna paste it. We're gonna hit enter, and now it's done. We're gonna hit enter and close because we don't need it anymore. So now we have a USB ready, and we have already installed in the or USB MacOS Catalina, and now to be able to boot from it. Okay, so we already done it. Now you see that we have the USB, the name is boot, and we have a folder that the name is EHCI. So I'm gonna copy the EHCI I already give you in my files. So you open it. This is already done for you guys. You don't have to do anything else, only copy and paste. You copy this EHCI, and then you paste it and replace it with the one we have in our USB. Just delete this one, of copy and paste and replace. So I'm gonna delete this one, and then we're gonna paste the one I gave you. Remember, all these files are in the link in the description. Yes, and then once this is done, we're gonna boot from a USB. Here I am. We're gonna choose USB generic flash. It's really important that we choose UEFI. We cannot choose any other. Okay, so we need to look for the UEFI from our USB. Okay, so as you can see, we have 2 of them. So that's really important that we choose the right one. So let's go and choose it. Just look well that because in my case I have a lot of disks installed in my computer, but just look for the USB flash and just UEFI. Okay, hit enter, and now we're going to boot from the USB. Okay, this will take a while, and just be patient. through all this process, you need all to be patient because we are cheating on on Apple to be able to install the MacOS in your computer. Okay, well, if you follow all my steps, it will be everything okay. So now it's done. We choose MacOS base system external. So in my case number 2, I go down, I hit enter. So now we have just say like we need to go through the installation through our USB. Okay. Depending from the speed from your USB, it will be faster or a little bit lower, slower. So now once we are inside this this window, so we are already booting into MacOS, as you can see. That's really we are almost done. We really have to choose the installation and just wait until it gets done, because I already gave you all the important files already done for you, so you don't have to do anything else, only copy and paste. Okay, so here we are. Here it's really important that we're going to choose the right disk. So once we are here, just remember to connect. It's really important, connect your Ethernet cables to your computer. We need internet through all of this procedure, otherwise you're going to get a failure. Okay, so now we're going to go to utility disk here down, and now we're going to choose which disk we want to install MacOS Catalina. Okay, so now here we are, and now we're going to go to choose all devices, show all devices, sorry. This one is the one I need to install it, so you need to be careful and choose the right one. Just learn the name of your disk, just click it, and now we can choose the name we want to. In this case, I want to name it test. And here we can choose for APFS, that's really important. APFS, just the first one. We click on it, and then down we just choose this one, the one that comes from for default. Okay, so now we're gonna just click in delete. Just make sure you choose that one. We're gonna click in delete, and now he's just formatting the disk and just applying the right partition on it. So we wait until it is done. This is really fast procedure, guys. This is the easiest way you can find to install MacOS Catalina in your computer. All you need is an Ryzen and an AMD graphics card. Okay. Remember, really important, you have your Ethernet cable connector to your PC. Otherwise, we will get an error. So now we click and install MacOS, and now we go through. If we don't have the Ethernet cable connected, here we'll get an error. So remember, really important. So we wait a second. In this case, my disk is really slow, so that's why it takes so long. But with you, probably you have a 2 times faster disk than the one I have. So we click go, and then here we are. Now we go through all this configuration. We choose the only disk we can install because it's the only one that has the right format, the one we just choose in the order step. And now we wait until it's done. When this part is done, I will come back to you. It is done, and we're gonna choose again to boot from a USB flash. So we choose the same that we choose before. So UEFI. We're gonna boot again from our USB. Okay. So we wait until it's done. I'm really sorry for my English, guys, but I hope you can understand me. So here we choose a macOS installer. That's really important. You choose that one. It can vary in your computer. It can be another number. So in my case, it's a number 2. So I'm gonna go number 2 and hit enter. I have the same video in my channel in Spanish. If you don't speak English, you can go there. Maybe I'm gonna be the only guy who makes 2 videos, one from English speakers and one from Spanish speakers. Okay, now we wait until this is done. It will take a while. I'm gonna be back as soon as it's done. So now it's done. The computer has restarted. Now I'm gonna go to the boot menu of my computer. Again, we are here. So now we're gonna choose again UEFI generic flash drive. Remember UEFI always. We choose this one. You can also choose by default in your BIOS to boot from your USB, but I didn't do it, so I need to press F11 every time. So now we did it, and now we're gonna go to all of this again. This is the first time. Hi. So we wait. This really pretty, this or not? All those codes. Okay. So now we will have our disk, the one we just made. Remember the name? I choose test is our disk, and now we're gonna choose the first time we choose boot from our disk. Okay. So we choose it. Now we're gonna boot from our disk, but still we need our USB to be connected in our computer. Okay. But now we're just going forward with the installation from our disk because all the files are already copied to our disk. Okay. So we wait. We have to wait a lot through all this tutorial, but it is what it is. That's the price we need to pay for not paying the price for a Mac, for a real one. Okay, so now here we are. Now we can choose which country we are in. Or you can just go through with all the installation. You choose all the time and everything you want to choose. But it's really important that you don't log in with your Apple ID. Not yet, okay? The rest, you can choose whatever you want. I will pause it now, this, I'm gonna go to the installation, and then I'm gonna go back once we are done. Oh, this was really important. You just need to choose this one. Don't copy any files. So here as well, you need to choose to configure it later. Okay. Just go forward. Okay. Now you can choose the name you want for a computer. And if you want, you can also choose a nice photo. In this case, I like the baseball. You also can choose your password and everything. And we are almost done, guys. We are almost done. Yes. I don't want to share anything, so I didn't choose it. Okay, not now. Okay. So here we are. I will choose this one because the one I like the most. So we go, and we are almost done. Did you see how easy this is? I made it really easy for you guys. I hope you like my video, and you know, I will keep posting videos in Spanish and in English if you keep writing me in English. So, but for the Spanish speaker again, just don't worry. Go to the link in the description. You will have also the same tutorial in Spanish. Okay. So here we are being asked for a keyboard. We're just gonna just do what they ask. You're gonna press that letter, then we go OK, and here we are. So now we're gonna go to the last part. We're gonna make our USB bootable, or disk bootable without the USB, so we can get inside macOS without have to have our USB connected. Here we are. You see everything has been recognized. Of course, our Ryzen is being seen as a Core i5, and not like a Ryzen because Apple doesn't support Ryzen. But we just made a little bit of a trick here. But you see the graphics card worked perfectly, and the RAM as well. So we have it, guys. We have it. So I'm gonna close here, and again I'm gonna go back to show you the last part. Okay. Oh, before I go, look the internet. Perfect. Really, really good. So here I am. So now we're gonna go, and all these links for these files are in the description. Okay, don't worry. We're gonna need one more program, in this case two, but for this video now only we're gonna use one of them, and that is Clover. And why? Because we're gonna make our disk boot. We're gonna be able to boot from our disk without the USB, and that's what I want. So we can just remove our USB, and we're gonna copy the EHCI file. Do you remember from the start of the video? From our USB, we're gonna copy that EHCI folder. We're gonna paste it in our disk, in the disk that we installed macOS. Okay, so we're gonna copy Clover configurator and GSM BIOS to our desk. Okay, this one we're gonna need it for later when we're gonna generate our key for macOS to be able to activate the App Store, etc. So we're gonna open Clover. Now once we are here, we're gonna go to mount EHCI. Yes, and then just forget the upper side. We don't need it. We don't need this one. Just ignore the rest. Here, this is gonna be your disk. You can check the name here, and then you go to just forget all of this. This one is important. You go mount partition. You click on it. They're gonna ask our password. So we just write it. There is it, and then they go OK. And then now we're gonna have a partition appeared in our Finder. Okay, a new partition, the EHCI folder from our hard drive. And we are gonna do this really easy. We're gonna open this. This is really easy, guys. We go to EHCI. This is EHCI from our USB, remember? The one I gave you. And then we're gonna copy this one and paste it here in the one in our disk that we just mounted with Clover. Okay? So you drag this one here and you paste it here. That's everything we have to do. Yes? And there is it. Now we can boot from our computer. We can boot from our hard drive, and we can just remove our USB drive. And that is everything, guys. Now we have macOS fully functional. I will have some links in the description so you can check and follow my tutorials. Like if you speak Spanish, you can go further with my Spanish tutorials. If you want more tutorials in English, I will make the same I made already in Spanish. I will make in English for you. How activate the iServices and how to activate the iCloud, how to activate App Store. Just please subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And if you like the video, please give a like. If you didn't like it, just give a dislike. Remember, next video you will find how to activate iMessage on App Store and iCloud. Okay, so I hope it was useful for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.